BotTalk podcast.
And welcome back. We have a special guest today in our podcast. Just a great example of how it is important to meet in real life and to develop some ideas. Eugen, tell us, our viewers, about yourself and your company.
Okay, hi, I'm Eugen. My background is I'm a filmmaker. I was a cameraman, producer, and director. And I'm the founder of aiconix, where we bring all the AI system on the market together. It's like a hotel booking. So if you decide that you need a face recognition, speech recognition, semantics, then you should think about finding all of that at aiconix. But there's a little piece missing. This is what you're doing. So that's how nice it is to meet here, to develop ideas and speak about maybe collaboration.
Yeah, it was great. We just finished recording this first part of the podcast, and then we met here. We know each other, of course, but it was great to meet again and to develop those ideas together in a much faster way than you do over email and so on and so forth. But how do you find the OMR so far for you?
Yeah, great. When I came in here, I was really excited because meeting people by accident, that was the first impression. The second impression was, no mask, so it's also a little bit scary, so many people close to each other. But I really enjoyed, like you mentioned, we've been sitting 2 years at home in front of a screen doing video calls, and when the video call is there and you stop it, you just talk about a special topic. And I really miss developing ideas, drinking a coffee, speaking about off topics. And I think this is what it's about when you are a startup. You need input from the outside. Mm-hmm. You need events like that to talk about stuff, about friends, Charles, and product. Yep. And I really miss that. It was a tough, long time, 2 years in the home office. And I didn't even dress myself up. I was with the jogger all day long, so I'm really happy to be here now this way.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, for me as well, it's very exciting to see all these people and to get excited about the products. We just talked about how it's important as a startup to also try and use other startups' products. Because you get this, first of all, you get the feedback loop that is much shorter than with a bigger company. So if you are like using CRM, maybe it's a good idea to try some independent CRM, which startup develops. If you have a need in speech-to-text thing, maybe you could try the partner company and so on. What is your take? Do you use other products, smaller products?
Yes, definitely. It was very good first when we joined the office, where we met each other much more often to talk about the tools, to talk about experience, about investors, about tools, about what you do, and think wider, not sitting in his own closet and thinking about their own product all day long. And that's why these conferences are also so important, to meet people, to go into the master classes, to have ideas from others, to think about what can happen with your product in 2, 3, 5 years. And that's really exciting, and I really enjoy that we met and we talked about the topics that we did. And so maybe there's something big coming out of that.
Yeah, definitely. We were exciting, and that's I think this episode is the first kind of step in the right direction of collaborating. But also, I think to go back a step, for me, it is also important to talk to people and see that they already face the same problem. Is it like investment problems or the people problems, and then you can really kind of connect and say, okay, how did you solve it when you had it? Because it's one thing to kind of Google it, and it's completely other thing to kind of talk in person and say, how did you tackle this particular problem? Do you have a solution maybe for that? And I think it's great. For example, Stadium is a great program for that, to kind of try to collaborate and find new ideas and new markets maybe that we alone cannot do, because we are not focusing on that, but maybe we can do as a combination of products under one roof.
Especially between our companies, it's really a perfect match. So if you think about text-to-speech, the BotTalk, and speech-to-text aiconix, and then of course it's obviously that this could be a very good match.
How is it obvious for you? Explain to me.
Yeah, because customers who need the one way also need the other way. That's when people call me and say, oh, you have a lot of AI tools. Yeah. Do you also do text-to-speech? I said, no, I don't. I will never build it by myself, because they're a very good solution. Mm-hmm. And how nice would it be if it's really one solution.
Yeah.
So in the future to have all these possibilities into one place. That's what you started at BotTalk. To have all these providers, what we do with speech to text, have all the providers in one place. And now for customers, it's one piece. If you do the one thing that you want to transform text into articles, into podcasts, then the other way around is also very important. Maybe you have already podcasts and cannot search in it, then you need speech to text, or you have a video, then you have to search in it for faces. Maybe the audience is now listening since a while, and in tomorrow they are searching for that quote from you. Yeah. They cannot press Control F without our metadata, and create another article which they can publish with your tool into an audio file. And this is for media, for customers working in the media area or owning media content. It's much brighter than media companies owning media content. Essential. It's essential to create faster content and to make it searchable, consumable, and of course earn money with that.
Yeah, it's a great example, and I think for us it's the same. You know, when customers come to us and you know play around. And they have all the other assets like video assets or audio assets. They always ask, okay, how can we like really bring it together? And that's where collaboration comes in. And I think that'll be really interesting. You combine a lot of AI, a lot of machine learning tools in one. Very good looking with a great interface in one platform. Why do you think like big guys, Google, whatever, do not focus on that? Why do they say, okay, we do AI, but it's so problematic, you know, it's so black box that, you know, it's so problematic to just go in?
No, they focus, but from customer side, it's always the difficult decision who's the best in that market. If maybe Google is good in German, but Azure is better in English, and AWS is good in Russian. But as a customer, I always want to have the best result. It's like with the hotel booking. If you go you don't do a contract with Sheraton and Hilton, you go to the hotel booking machine, and that's what we do. We offer all the tools, and on top we build our own tag. So if next month maybe one of these providers is 5% better in accuracy in German language, then you wouldn't switch, you wouldn't do another implementation with another provider, and that's what you can do with our platform. Just switch between. Most of our customers don't even click on the providers, they just ask us, give me the best. And that's what we do. We do speech recognition for live streaming, then we use the best translation to have subtitles in a target language and combine that. Okay. And this is the actual case where the whole is much bigger than the sum of the parts. Yes, and you're open, provider agnostic, and all new features are coming in. I give you an example. One customer asked us, can you do Russian transcription? We couldn't at this moment, but it just took one sprint, 2 weeks, and then we were able to do it. So for this customer, he stays with the platform, he stays in our platform. It's similar to you. If there's a new provider in the market, this is really interesting, you would add the provider and provide best results for the customer. And that's what you do with BotTalk, and that's what we do with aiconix, just in separate markets, but hopefully. I think that's a great point about the vendor locking. What our customers are always afraid is, you know, to vendor lock. And so, okay, we invest in implementing one solution, and 6 months after that, the other solution is better. That's what we had in the beginning with BotTalk. In the beginning, I think the one provider was much better in German, and then it switched in 6 months. And then for our customers, as I think with yours, it was only the flip of a button to switch to another voice from completely different providers. I think this lack of vendor locking is, I think, what makes both you and us pretty attractive. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Eugen, for your time. Thank you for the invitation. Yeah, great. A great example of how startups can collaborate and meet. And yeah, stay tuned about maybe future combinations of aiconix and BotTalk. Yes, thanks.